What it do, baby? Today we're learning about how weird giraffes are from casual geography. Let's get into her.
Clicked on this video because now you're gonna find out what giraffes sound like. You went your whole life thinking they don't make a sound, but you bet giraffe they do.
Oh my God! What is that?
That sounds like a leviathan.
What the f is that?
A giraffe.
I know it's a giraffe. I'm just saying, like, you know.
You used to think giraffes were like the G in lasagna or post-2011 Osama, dead silent, and scientists swore that an animal with that neck situation would be physically incapable of generating enough airflow to say anything audible. Moral of the story, sometimes you gotta mind the business that pays you, and it wasn't until someone was in the business of paying researchers to mind the giraffes that they heard the humming of Hoist the Colors from the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack. Over the course of 8 years, they recorded nearly 1,000 hours of audio of giraffes in zoos, and they found that giraffes will hum to each other in the dead of night. Although if they would have listened to the locals, they would have found out sooner. Because over 100 residents in Pangton complained of a creepy droning sound coming from the zoo's giraffe house. Sounds that folks were claiming were making them physically sick, to the point where they made a petition to incite an investigation, and the zoo both declined to comment, but also said it wasn't a giraffe, but also said their lawyers would be looking into it. Gee, I thought you said no comment.
Yeah.
So you know this study must have been vindicating. As for the zarafa, we now know what the giraffes say, but we still don't know why. It could be how giraffes keep track of each other at night. Maybe it's how a beast with a trachea to LeBron's long snores. Maybe it's a demonic giraffe ritual.
To LeBron's long. God, that long, bro. God damn,
Bro.
Shit.
You know what sucks? Giraffes are so large, bro. They have no way to cover themselves when it rains.
I mean, yeah, basically, they just be out there just
Taking it.
Just tanking it.
Or maybe it's like birds, where to us, there's no meaning, but to them, the intentions are rated. And that is only the surface of how weird this walking didgeridoo is.
You have no idea.
Insane giraffes are as a concept. Like, you might not realize, the closest you can get to Jeff Goldblum's wet dream is by rage baiting the tallest animal alive. That'll earn you a one-way ticket to Giraffe Park.
Seem real.
To get Jeffrey that active, one of the consequences of being the tallest is, despite a motivated giraffe nearly breaking 40 miles per hour, they're sentenced to life of running the way we do in dreams. They could be running from certain death, but damn it, they're gonna look majestic doing it.
They really, bro, they don't exist.
Like, you ever go to the, when the last time you went to the zoo?
A few years ago?
Like, you see the giraffe when you went there? Like, you get up there and you like, hey yo, what the f is that thing? Like, you know what it is, but you're like, damn. And then you know the ones you can feed. You ever fed a giraffe? Where if you go to the aquarium, they got you can feed the giraffe, but you have to walk upstairs and they take you to the window. The fucking head, that bitch, it's like, damn, nigga, don't eat me. Like, dang.
To be fair, if you make a giraffe do all that, I'm on his side. You deserved it. Another consequence is this video right here. This video went viral because it was the first time many realized that an animal with a neck longer than the prohibition has to tank inclement weather right to the face. Fun fact, giraffes don't use slurs. But the day we learned how to ask one how's the weather there in giraffes, they'll start. But nature didn't completely leave them out to dry. I mean, obviously. Nah, but they do have a trick in plain sight. Those iconic giraffe patches also have a network of blood vessels that's like a built-in thermostat where they can expand to release warmth to stay cool during the heat of day, but can also constrict and hold heat in times like when they have to raw dog a rainstorm. Also, the nature of being the tallest means it's actually more dangerous for them to lay down in the rain than just stand up to the storm. Now, the chances a giraffe gets struck by lightning are very, very low. They're still 30 times more likely to get touched by Thor than a human. Now, the chances they get electrocuted on power lines is slightly higher. To be fair, that's human intervention and poor design.
Yeah,
that's not their fault. Especially because having a neck and legs longer than a mundane longest already comes with problems nothing else can relate to. Giraffes have one hell of a...
That's sad. Y'all, the niggas didn't even be like, oh, there's giraffes in the area. Maybe
they don't care. They don't care, bro.
Maybe we should build these a little higher.
Yeah, nah, I'm sorry, bro.
Mikey, you should know this. You lived in Africa when...
Good one.
I just, some things are just, what you doing?
Childhood, and it starts with them getting dropped 6 feet flat on their face.
Oh my God!
Airdropped into existence on their heads, because once again, a mother laying down to give birth will be the easiest lick of the life.
It's natural, but damn, that don't be...
I had to wait my whole life without seeing that. Hey, Dio came.
That motherfucker come out. Not only hit his head and then drop.
Yeah, Dio came.
Jesus.
Blur that.
Also, as babies, we had doctors to slap us into breathing. Giraffes get the ground. To their credit, at 6 feet, 220 pounds, the Zarafa can find its feet in only 30 minutes. But they get reintroduced to the ground several times in the process. And in only a few hours, the baby giraffe can run in stride with its mother, which isn't a luxury, because there are many things to run away from as a newborn giraffe calf. More than half will get snatched by actual predators.
More than half? Damn. More. Not more than half. So most of them get snatched up straight out the gate. Damn. This mother been tanking some battles too. Jesus.
Mother will defend them to the death, and a kick from over 2,000 pounds of motivated motherhood will leave a lion lying on the ground permanently. They have sharp hooves the size of
lion. Give me that asshole. Give me that ass.
Motherhood will leave a lion lying on the ground.
Right in the booty hole.
They have sharp hooves the size of dinner plates. That's instant attitude adjustment to any predator. Ooh, that's a concussion. And of course,
me mama. Somebody ain't shit, bro. What? Was she talking about Yo-Yo? What? With this video? Nah, she ain't shit. Nah, if that's what she... Nah.
Having legs higher than student loans gives them more rings than most animals are ready for. It just sucks when mama ends up being the baby's biggest op. When I said the mother defends them to the death, sometimes she's the one delivering it. I have seen too many mothers trying to scare off lions only to end up river dancing on their child.
You know what? I'm tired of fighting these lions.
I have seen too many mothers trying to scare off lions only to end up river dancing on their child.
It's kept going.
Was a success, but the patient died. It takes 14 months for a mother giraffe to birth a calf, and only 0.2 seconds to accidentally delete her dependent. I'm not dumb to how hard piloting 6-foot flesh stilts must be.
So not only do it take 14 months, and a lot of them get eaten by predators or attacked by. That's crazy. Damn, they too scared.
Amputees shoot with more accuracy than a giraffe using only legs. And that's assuming it's an accident. This was straight up intentional. And I still don't know why she did that.
Why the
Things
fuck
don't get much easier in zoos either.
She said, nah, I'm not a mother.
Accidentally stepped and sat on their own children.
I'm not a mother.
Fatal friendly fires are just another consequence of being tall. Another is that giraffes are one of the few mammals that can't swim, and they play river roulette every time they cross one. Yeah, you just know his heart drops straight to his stomach.
Yeah.
And that ain't nothing. That's like a 2-story drop. At this point, it really feels like being tall is more trouble than it's worth, to the point where you gotta ask, why are they so tall in the first place? The answer might seem pretty obvious, but like the giraffe, it's more controversial and more complicated than you think. The easy answer is to say that giraffes evolved long necks to reach foliage that no other herbivore could, and while that might be true, I do want to clear something up real quick. Evolution's a lot of things, including a word I don't use anymore because I respect women, but what it's not is intentional. Master Oogway might have been a creationist. Evolution is a lot of accidents, actually. Basically, it's a random mutation, like a slightly longer neck, that gave an individual an edge, and with long necks seeing better reproductive success, that random mutation would have a much better chance of getting passed on. After millions, and I do mean millions of years of natural selection, long necks would become the dominant and eventually the only giraffe build. Just a series of events creating something not perfect, but just good enough to keep the wheel rolling. The Barbarossa literally lobotomizes itself with its own dental, but as long as that happens after they have kids, evolution will remain Ray Charles to it. But with giraffes, it seems straightforward, so much that when you learned about natural selection in school, the giraffe was probably the easiest example. Now what if I told you we still can't agree on how the giraffe got this way? Every theory seems to have at least one good counter.
He just hit that bitch. Yeah, well, ain't no trees around.
The tallest giraffe would have a nutritional advantage. Except a 2010 study showed that in a drought, it was actually the tallest and largest giraffes that died the most.
Yeah,
also, some argue that being tall was such a buff, more herbivores would have evolved the same way. Yet the Gerenuk seems to be the only one that went down the alt-height pipeline. You know, we don't talk about this enough, and we really should. This is 100% responsible for a cryptid myth or two. Others say...
Definitely, I can see that. I can see that being somebody in the dark like, what the fuck is that?
Bro, that 100% is the thing that beat up Finn. The thing that broke Finn's legs.
Oh, okay.
It all starts in Wyoming. We have to first get rid of Wyoming, then Minnesota, and finally Idaho, because I want french fries. Look, We've done something impossible. We figured out the conspiracies the government has been hiding from us. I know you think I'm crazy. I'm not. But we need more funding. And you're going to fund this investigation. If you go to InternetCity.store, you can buy the new merch. Look at it. It's very, very dazzy and snazzy. And you see we have beanies now. And we've also got stickers. You can put this on your backpack and your laptop. We are not responsible for any damages. But together, we can make a lot of money, and we're going to steal the moon. Maybe. Don't tell the government.
Setting that was the real driving force. A popular theory myth or two. Others say it's the built-in temperature setting that was the real driving force. A popular theory is that animals live by the 3 F's, and the long necks, if not for food, must be for, except if it was for female validation, you'd expect the males to have disproportionately longer necks.
Yeah.
But even though the males are physically bigger, it's actually the females that have more proportionally impressive necks. Which actually led to another theory that the neckwork was actually to support the female's high metabolic demands while pregnant. There's even a theory that the giraffe's neck wasn't even the main feature, that they evolved long legs first and the long neck came after so the giraffe could still reach water. Maybe not the strongest theory, but for sure the funniest. But to me,
I can see that.
More like a combination of things driving the giraffe to be what it is now. Except I did leave one thing out, because even with feeding and forking, there's a third F word that's just as important. In 1996, a long-dead relative of the giraffe was discovered in China. Discokerixesha looks like the modern version's reflection in a funhouse.
Is that a donkey giraffe?
Neck and even thicker skull were used to violently headbutt each other. And scientists studying its anatomy say that not only would this half a giraffe have headbutted harder than any other animal, including...
Man, I hate seeing like the rams hit. Oh my God. I know it's like, I know they not really getting as hurt as you would think, but like it's so painful to watch.
Yeah.
Like, and it'd be like it's always a collision, man.
Dinosaurs, but being built like a sledgehammer and behaving like one is proof that the giraffe's neck was more about fighting than food.
Yeah.
And while I'm still sure it was a combination of different pressures,
even giraffes fighting,
I can see it being for fighting. You've definitely seen giraffes fight like 2 inflatable car salesmen in a turf. As goofy as it is, they do damage. That's exactly what those are. Those are ossicones, not horns, but ossified cartilage. Basically, if your ears got bricked up, no mortar. Those ossicones are great for bludgeoning their opponents into oblivion. They're also good for
not only do the neck gotta give out a punch, it gotta take one. It gotta be, man. Oh, imagine, oh my God.
The female in the bladder to make her pee so he can taste test it and assess her availability. They're also good for butting a female in the bladder to make her pee so he can taste test it and assess her availability. Don't let the lower frame rate fool you. Those ossicones genuinely tear each other up. That was the winner, by the way. Now the difference is, animals with antlers shed them once a year. That's not blood.
So
that's
fucking weird.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Now the difference is, animals with antlers shed them.
He just shook them bitches off.
That's not blood, that's moose velvet. Giraffes don't. Not just because the cones are fused to their Jurassic skull, but also giraffes breed all year round, which means they gotta be ready for smoke all year round.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even know. Giraffe Fight Club genuinely goes crazy. Like, they have rules.
Nigga, his leg way up there. He cheat. I got you now.
One I've already broken. So we'll just talk about the others. Giraffe fights are brutal as hell. It's basically boxing mixed with Mortal Kombat. Watch 2 bulls trade blows. Eventually, you'll see a giraffe feint, counter, and uppercut. Their fighting style even evolves as they mature. Younger males usually swing for the biggest target, being the ribs or the rump, but older, seasoned bulls often chip away at their matchup by targeting the legs. Not only because weakening the legs is the fastest way to fell a tower, but a giraffe that gets his leg broken is immediately disqualified from the gene pool. That's a career-ending injury.
Get that nigga out of here.
And then a lion will come just maul them.
They done for. Man, fuck.
But look at it this way. There's a lion pride that's not going to believe their luck. Giraffe fades are so devastating, they'll even get to that point. In fact, most times, giraffes are weirdly ethical fighters, and I'm so glad I get to talk about that now. Giraffes are like baseball players, where they have a preference between swinging their neck to the left or the right. And what's crazier is they'll actually respect each other's preference. In sparring matches, they'll line up head to tail if both fighters have the same preference. So like if 2 southpaws line up head to tail, both parties get to practice swinging to the left. With the same logic, if one's a southpaw and the other's orthodox, then they'll line up head to head with the right favoring fighter on the left.
I just realized.
And if during a spar match, one giraffe swings too hard and his momentum puts him out of position, both sides will stop, realign themselves, and briefly start again.
These niggas practicing.
It's a mutual respect you wouldn't expect from a camel leopard. That's not the only point in the giraffe's code. Giraffes also believe in weight classes. Researchers watching quickly realized that males will go out of their way to fight opponents as close to the same size as them, and will reject matches with males noticeably smaller. Instead of an easy win, sparring giraffes will go for the fair fight because skill-based matchmaking is not a human concept.
They want the ones. They want the ones for real.
You know what's weird? Because we did horseback riding, right? And he was explaining how the horses respond to things, and animals don't think like we think, but their natural instincts are so strong that it's still like, I don't know how to explain it. It's still very smart, even though it's not the kind of smart. Yeah, they're doing all of this without having the same kind of brain. It's hard to fathom that. Yeah, it's hard to fathom. Like, they still want to choose, like, yeah, nigga, I still want to spar. Nah, this ain't no spar, this is a real fight. Nah, we still fighting over the bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The bar fight phenomenon, where if one pair starts sparring, that seems to get all the other giraffes to start running it. And rarely do you see any giraffe attempting to cheat. Arguably, the only questionable action is older bulls will sometimes interfere with and break up fights between youngerlings. Some say it's the old heads playing referee. I think it's straight hating. I'm not even kidding. Older bulls will meddle in fights, and I'm sure it's to keep any one male from getting too comfortable and confident. Because a cocky male is a problem for everyone. But yeah, that neck and those cones are good for
at the zoo?
From the golden fountain. And while males using maximum effort is showing sport like
damn, bro, he down. The fight over.
Bro, you won.
Let him breathe.
You won.
Stop. You're hurting him. You're hurting him. Stop.
Waiting on a bell. He's waiting for him to stop breathing. For the most part, males keep it peaceful. Some say a little too peaceful. There's another interesting fact about giraffes, and before y'all get mad at me, all I ask is that y'all hear me out. Because male giraffes have a special way of making up after a fight. Wait. Controversy in ways I'm sure the giraffes did not see coming. Giraffe sparring matches have been known to end with the two bulls caressing each other's necks and lightly nudging each other. It's believed it's how two males reinforce their bond and standing in the overall group. It's really no different from guys dapping each other up.
Yeah. They just hugging it out.
Okay.
Yeah. That's not.
Yeah, I feel like this is crazy.
As long as they ain't fucking, we good. That's like a, all right, we just spar, all right, my nigga, we hug it out type shit. Yeah. It's because they don't got hands, nigga. They got it,
A pick-up basketball game. Basically, I'm good. You good? We good. That's what I thought.
We good. Type
Until his 4-foot pink lightsaber came out and he tried.
Oh my god!
I mean, that's animals being animals, bro. Like that's crazy. Like, that, you know what I'm saying? That's just you know what I'm saying? That's just what they do. You got a problem with that?
No, it's because we had already come to terms like, oh, that's just niggas hugging it out. And then he said, yeah, that's what I thought too. Until he slipped it in. That's like, imagine somebody, two homies we knew was like, yeah, we fought and we hugged it out. Yeah. And then they started fucking. What? Like, I'm not against what you got, but that's crazy to just pull out of the thin air type shit.
Good. You good? We good. That's what I thought. Until his 4-foot pink lightsaber came out and he tried to mount the other. And it's that kind of behavior that's people saying this portrait mode stretching the neck unicorn is one of the gayest animals out there. Not derogatory. Apparently enough of these necking competitions come to a conclusion with at least one of the males doing so as well. Sometimes to
so it's normal for them.
Sometimes they arrive long after they show up. There was a study in Tanzania on the social life of the giraffe, and in over 3,200 hours of observation, the team witnessed 17 instances of male-on-male mountings. The number of male-on-female, one. So not only did
it's just like shocking because you wouldn't think that it'd be, you know what I'm saying, type shit.
Oh, for sure.
I didn't, it matches the way the giraffe looks when you think about it, but like,
what that mean?
Like they got a little, like,
what?
They so graceful, got a little zest to it. It's like to drink the water. Like we just saw my nigga go, what? So my nigga just drink the water, he say,
Right.
It's like it makes sense because of the legs, but at the same time, when you know what I'm saying?
Y'all already know the deal. Gamer subs, you can get it in powder form, caffeinated, non-caffeinated, you know the deal. Or the cans are back. I'm trying to figure out how to enjoy this to its maximum capacity. The cans are back in stock, which is awesome. And they also still got the powder form, both carbonated and non-carbonated. I mean, caffeinated and non-caffeinated. Gotta do the whole thing over again. Anyway, gamersubs.gg/. What, Michael? Come on, man. That's like where you time it. Anyway, gamersubs.gg. What's the code, Michael? InternetCity. Use code InternetCity. This isn't weird. You're making it weird. Why are you making it weird? You think this can fit up somebody's ass?
Yeah, okay.
33 days of study amount to witnessing a traditional giraffe couple up once. The math means 94% of the explicit long neck liaisons were between two males. That's how giraffes became the mascot of Brokeback Mountain. And you've had politicians get genuinely heated over the stretch neck sexuality. So are giraffes
Why they
gay?
fighting?
Listen, I'm gonna give my non-expert online opinion and pray y'all don't kill me. A lot of animals will mount to flex dominance or to bond. Dogs do it.
Oh, they
bison
pulling.
do it. Go to any locker room and you
Okay.
might see the football team doing it, and they say it's not gay. Male lions might be the most famous for doing it, but it's
I need to see it. No!
That nigga like, oh.
Simba! Not that Simba. Simba! Mufasa! What y'all doing, gang? What?
Right.
I didn't want them to confuse.
Giraffe male mounting is likely for dominance, and that 94% is probably more about giraffes being rare to witness actually mating in the first place than 90% of giraffes just swinging the other way. I do think it's a little bit of putting human traits on an animal with no concept of gay. Like,
True.
You gotta remember, we are the only species on Earth that goes out of its way to say pause. Giraffes don't give well, they might give one. Jokes aside, male giraffes can mount each other without it being sensually explicit. The same way they can taste a female's bladder assets without, you know, being into that. With a giraffe, they might do.
Boy, these some interesting fuckers, bro.
Give me that shit. Yeah, I like that one. That's the one I'm gonna mount tonight. Shit, these motherfuckers nasty. I know they don't think like these motherfuckers nasty, bro.
Gay shit. But I don't mean gay assets without, you know, being into that. But with a giraffe, they might do gay shit, but I don't mean gay. And that's on being an ally. But like I said, the kosher camel is so much weirder than you think, and that's not a joke. Giraffes are kosher, biblically accurate. Bet giraffe on that. How about the fact that we only just found out there are actually 4 species of giraffes, and we only know that because a conservation group decided to test their DNA for funsies, and that test showed that the northern, southern, reticulated, and Maasai giraffes were all completely different species. In total, there are 7 subspecies of the giraffe. Some are endangered, some are critically endangered. See now, you done took the giraffes for granted. I bet they didn't even tell you that some are silently going extinct. Experts literally call it a silent extinction because while you weren't paying attention, the Kordofan giraffe is silently getting cancelled. And the new being about to be in past tense. Which would be a shame because giraffes are like nothing on Earth. Which is another fact, giraffes have the strangest cousins. The pronghorn antelope is actually more of a giraffe, and the okapi was nature's first day using Microsoft Paint, and it's basically the giraffe of the jungle. They're just too weird to not get a video of their own.
That's a deer bird.
That's gonna do it for this video. Drink water, hug your mother, touch grass, hug your father. If you're like me and giraffes dropping is your newest concern, I'm gonna be donating to the Giraffe Conservation Foundation.
W-Mans.
Description if you'd like to as well.
Yeah, hit that description. Shout out Casual Geographic. Help the giraffe out,
go donate, bro.
Yeah, also sub up, like the video, let us know what to watch next, and we'll catch you in there.